DNN, the Danish News Network. As always, I am Macbeth, and what's that? Viewers, we bring you heartbreaking news. Ophelia, daughter of Polonius, has passed away. This news comes to us shortly after the death of her father himself, and we have been hit hard. We have a reporter at the scene, so let's hand it over to him.
Hello, Mac. I'm here at the purported scene of Ophelia's death. Authorities say that after coming out of the castle, she disappeared. From what we know, someone found her here. It has been concluded that she ended up drowning in this very river. There are many people gathered to see what has happened. Nobody knows for sure how she has passed away. It is said that in the last few days, she rarely interacted with family or friends and seemed to be in her own world of grief. Furthermore, people have been trying to help her, but it seems they ultimately failed. Now back to you at the studio.
Thank you. We now bring you scenes from the funeral and eulogy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to mourn the loss of Ophelia, daughter of Polonius. Following the death of her father and recent derangement of former love Hamlet, young Ophelia was against all odds. As strong as she was, her sanity would choose to abandon her, forcing her premature death. A ray of sunshine to be around, Ophelia notably did not protest too much. Her last words were, "And of all Christian souls, God be with you." She is in our thoughts. She is in our memories. Indeed, whom God loves dies young.
Absolutely heartbreaking news. Now, rumors have been going around as to what drove Ophelia to her death and the manner of her death itself. We have with us today two scholars of the mind that have different ideas as to what has happened. They have come to shed light on the circumstances and atmosphere surrounding the castle of Denmark as of late. Hello and welcome. Could you give us any insight on how any of this could happen?
Looking into Ophelia's past, it seems that she may have experienced some traumatic experience. Yes, according to these papers, it seems like she had just recently lost her father, Polonius, a few days ago. He had been a very imposing figure in her life.
So, you're saying that the death of her father led to this?
Perhaps the loss of a close family member, Polonius, led her to her deranged madness. I see. While Polonius proved to be a very controlling figure in her life, it was his advice and his warning of the follies of her life that helped her move on. He was obviously a very influential figure. His death may have come so suddenly to her. And also, it was a death by the hands of her own lover, Hamlet. It was a truly unfortunate sequence of events, but I believe that Polonius' death, the death of her own father, was a catalyst for her own death. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you for your insight, Professor. Here we have a second expert in the field with a different opinion.
I disagree with the conclusions being made here by previous speaker. Young women lose their fathers all the time. Fathers have died for thousands of years, and they will continue to die for thousands of years. None of this is very special, and yet we don't see women commit suicide as often as you'd think. So, what makes Ophelia special? Why did she commit suicide? The answer is clear: because of Hamlet's insanity. It is quite well known that Ophelia was in love with Hamlet, and after the king's tragic death, poor Hamlet has gone mad. It must be very troubling for Ophelia to watch her lover go mad, to witness the love of her life be unable to comprehend the world around him. That's what caused her suicide. We even have evidence that Ophelia did lament Hamlet's insanity. According to an anonymous source, Ophelia is quoted to have said, "Oh, what a noble mind is here overthrown." In my eyes, it is quite clear what happened here. Lamenting Hamlet's madness, which is a much more tragic experience of her father's death, Ophelia couldn't handle watching Hamlet's descent into insanity, watching the very essence of being human be stripped away from him, and that overwhelming depression caused her to take her own life. Thanks for having me.
Okay, thank you, Professor. I guess we'll see how the situation unfolds and whose theories are true. For viewers at home, there you have it. This is a tragic day for Denmark, nay, the entire world, and it will definitely change the way things work in this kingdom. We shall continue to have investigators look into the backstory and cause behind Ophelia's death, and any connection it may have to her father's recent passing, or Hamlet, Prince of Denmark's apparent descent into absolute insanity. Our condolences go out to remaining family, and we wish you all the best of luck in what is sure to be trying times. But you've been watching the Danish News Network, or DNN. I am your host, Macbeth, and I am signing out.